Anyone around? Guess not. Let's find the power then.
No DedSec registration detected. Identify yourself, or I'll seal the exits, hack your optic, and read you every drunken email you ever wrote until you starve.
And you'll have to explain my untimely demise to Sabine.
Sabine's alive? Well, that's one piece of good news. I'm Bagley, DedSec's definitely not stolen, highly advanced AI assistant, and it seems I've been out of commission for a few months. Anyway, why don't you go connect me to the DedSec network so I can become more powerful than you could possibly imagine? I mean, catch up on what I missed.
Hello and welcome back to The Upload. In this episode, we're talking about CTOS 3.0, the city operating system that's now powering all of London. For those of you who need reminding, as if anyone does at this point, CTOS was first used in Chicago in 2014 and then San Francisco in 2017.
Ah, that's it. I'm reconnected to the network, downloading our database, news archives, and oh no. Terrorist group DedSec responsible for deadly bombings in London. Dalton Wolf dead? I leave you people alone for a second and you immediately cock it all up.
That's the shape of it. What I want to know is if it wasn't DedSec who did the bombings, who was it?
There's a gap in my memory after Dalton, well, let's be honest, after I disarmed the bomb at Parliament. I'm missing information about what happened after I was taken offline. But from what I can infer, an unknown hacker group identified only as Zero Day was involved. I believe this Zero Day staged the attacks and framed DedSec for their dirty work. Come to my terminal. Sabine is requesting a video call. Patching in Sabine Brandt now. I suggest you listen very closely to anything she has to say.
There you are. I'm glad you made it. Bagley. God, it's good to hear your demented little voice. Is your memory intact?
Not even slightly. The last record I have is of our HQ being raided. My only lead is a group known as Zero Day. Ring any bells?
No. But the HQ was attacked by some men in black, the same that were at Parliament. Maybe working together. We didn't stand a chance. They just gunned everyone down.
Christ. How did you make it out?
I managed to escape through the sewers to Camden. A contact smuggled me out of the city, and I've been hiding out in the north since.
Prudent. Your profile is red flagged as a high-priority target in the city's surveillance system. Even a partial recognition here would have you hunted down and shot on sight.
DedSec is about as popular as the plague these days. Look, you know I'd do anything for you, but fucking hell. Sabine, that's a lot to ask.
Listen, if anyone knows anything about risks, it's me. I lost everything and everyone. But it comes down to this. London is in a death spiral. And if DedSec can't pull it out, trust me, no one can. The city needs a resistance. And it starts with you. What do you say?
Fuck it. As fate's worse than death.
Excellent. New user registered. Welcome to DedSec. Now, it would be irresponsible of us to release you naked and mewling into the wild. You'll find equipment around the safe house that are essential. Items in your DedSec kit. we have a sophisticated system for hiding your identity from facial recognition tech. It's called a mask. And while we're here, perhaps we can talk about updating your wardrobe. I mean, look at you. Come on.
You've got all these fancy new toys, but it's also important to know the basics. You need to learn how to throw a punch and how to take one. Albion will escalate if you come at them with a gun and shoot you down. We want to avoid collateral damage. In DedSec, we try to use guns only as a last resort.
Have you already met Connie Robinson? She owns the pub and is an old DedSec contact.
Start with some basic strikes. Hit me. You want to get in under my block. Find the weak point. That's it! You're getting it. Quick on your feet now. You want to create distance. That's it! Nice one!
Right. Gear in order? Know enough not to punch yourself in the face or get shot for pulling out a gun too early? Brilliant. I'm working out how we find Zero Day and ruin their day, but I need someone with actual legs to do the legwork. Hope you're ready.
We have some damage control to do if we want to change the perception that we're a bunch of violent thugs. I'll let you be the judge of how best to handle yourself, but remember...
All right, let's do this. What's the plan, boss?
Make no mistake, London is under occupation. Armed mercenaries patrol our streets, allegedly to keep people safe, but really they're keeping the people scared.
Oldest trick of the authoritarian handbook. Make people afraid enough and they police themselves.
So, we have to ignite the will to resist in the people of London by showing them that Albion aren't the solution. They're the problem.
For that, we'll need information. I'm pushing 2 sets of coordinates to your optic.
Cheers, Bagley. I've identified 2 opportunities. 1, we're going to disrupt some Albion propaganda. Remind the people it's not Albion's way or the highway. 2, we need intel about Albion operations if we want to throw a spanner in their plans. You game?
You know I am. Let's light this motherfucker up.
Brilliant. Let's get the people of London on board.
Everything will be okay. Got a vehicle behaving erratically. Initiates lockdown.
We have a hacker. Run a search on this motor.
Not seeing anything here. Moving elsewhere. Nothing to report. Checking elsewhere.
Fuck yeah!
Oh, now we're talking.
You creep.
Now we're talking. Eyes forward.
Albion have established an operational base in the Royal Court of Justice.
Suppose the tracks that they've taken over the courts, they throw everyone who crosses them in a cage.
Exactly. But it likely means there's information here about how Albion are targeting dissenters, the who and the why. We need that data if we're going to disrupt their operation.
No, you have. Stop!
That's nothing. I'll shoot!
Big shots out here!
I saw you! Give it up!
This is a nightmare. Get down! Ready to cover. Right there. Let's shots fired. Where's my
They're shooting at us!
first on the scene? First to bring you the news.
They must be over here. They were right.
What have we got, Bagley?
A list of what Albion consider high-value targets that are threats to the peaceful running of London. See here, a journalist, and this one runs a community shelter. Good God, bar your doors.
What the fuck?
All suspected of sowing rebellion or exhibiting tendencies towards. Albion is systematically arresting people even before they rise up. Joke's on them. This list can actually help us find like-minded allies willing to help us. Well done. Now, let's disrupt some of Albion's propaganda and give some hope to the people.
This meant to shift fast.
Putting an end to the chase now.
Pursuing the target. Over.
Any sign of the target? Anyone?
Control. Let's put out an APW. We're getting nowhere here.
Comply with all instructions while passing through the checkpoint. Proceeded against without the right. Come on!
The use of any third-party apps to block your tracking or CTOS activity is illegal and dangerous. Programs need you to compromise security. Aliens reported incident could result in arrest.
Look around. It's Albion, fucking Albion everywhere. It's burnt into the skin of the city. This isn't just propaganda. This is a fucking psychological cattle tag.
There's going to be that much less once you're done here. Let's give Camden a break from these eyesores.
I'm on it.
I don't want to get involved.
This is bad.
Reminder about any modifications or installations.
If you hijacked that scissor lift, you could use it to access the rooftop.
Yes, nicely done. That'll get people's attention. Let them know someone is standing up to Albion. Light the spark that they can stand up to.
If nothing else, it'll relieve their eye strain.
What now?
We're already seeing results from what you've done. That list we found named a journalist in Camden who's been investigating Albion. We reached out and he's got information that can help us. I think you should meet with him.
Send me the location. You look about as sick of this shit as I am.
Hang on, are you dead sick? If you are, I need help with something.
We might be able to help. What's the situation?
I volunteer with Underground Charity. We help undocumented people avoid deportation squad. Lately, I have problem getting in touch. Cannot reach people I help. I'm very worried something happened to them.
I follow. We'll look into this charity. Make sure everything's above board.
get you nowhere.
Asshole.
Let's dance.
Crap in your mouth.
I'm done with you.
Stupid.
Control to all units. Possible hostiles near your location.
Got it. Watch for hostiles, people. Suspect crossed the checkpoint.
The bollards are up. Control, we have an RTA at my location.
Received, we are in pursuit.
Immobilizing the suspect.
Hit the fucking brakes! Driving into the vehicle, over. Control, we are pursuing the suspect.
Negative. No sign of suspect. Over.
Total the target's vehicle.
We're going to hit.
Yeah, I guess. No, listen.
Target is long gone. Disengage. Over and out.
Heard you need help. What can I do?
You're the crew that's been sticking it to Albion. Can't believe someone else is. Thought I was alone, right? Not doing much, just putting the word out. But you? Taking action, mate.
Yeah, agreed. Tyranny isn't an idea. It's an institution. Boots, paper, plumbing. We tear down Albion, we make room for something better. So what do you have?
Almost got clipped finding this. All of Albion's operational data for the entire city. Convoy routes, surveillance targets, assets. It's all there. Thinking you can make good use of that.
Fucking right.
Here's a sample. Albion's closed King's Cross to the public, right? What people don't know is that they're using it as their logistics centre. Materials, troops, whatever. A lot of it runs through there. You want to give the people a huge boost? Hit that place. Put it out of commission, and you'll severely hamstring Albion's operations here in Camden. Hell, everywhere.
That's the move then.
Unfucking believable. Oi, watch yourself.
This is wrong. Ah, Lord.
Time for me to go.
Reduce.
Come on, you!
Ow! Yes!
Suspects reported in your area. Potentially armed and hostile. Let's get an ambulance for this civilian. Over.
All units, we are after the suspect.
Oh, fucking hell, did I just...
There's our target. Over.
Civilian needs medical attention. We have an officer in need of medical attention.
Albion's operational plans are just what we needed to really get some traction. We'll have to take a close look at this. Now, how do we take King's Cross offline?
Albion's housed a massive hybrid-powered generator in there. Output must be immense. You cause a power surge in that beast and boom!
Thought this was closed to the public. How do you know all this?
Getting to that generator ain't gonna be easy. They've locked it up tighter since I last saw.
Any ideas?
My news drones are still in here. They should be functional. You can use one of them. Probably have better luck piloting it too, yeah?
Well, causing a power surge in a hybrid-powered generator isn't like making a toasty. We're going to need detailed specifications.
Let's get nosy then. Yeah, check this out.
Cool, looks bloody complicated. Newsy's got a pretty functional camera. Would a picture do you, Bagley?
It would indeed. According to this, there's an override code that'll get us into the generator's system. That's it. Use the code on the generator and I can trigger a power surge.
It should be enough to take King's Cross offline. And the rail system too.
Here we go.
We got a gold mine of information out of St. Pancras. Albion convoys, informants, gear, you name it. Everything we need to ignite the people of London, like we did in Camden. Derail Albion's operations and give the people a reason to rise up, borough by borough. The more we do that, the more we'll get allies flocking to the cause. We'll show London that DedSec is here for them.
That was off the chain, mate. I knew DedSec weren't the bad guys Albion was saying. Now the rest of Camden will too. Thanks.
Thanks.
Now that you've shown the borough what DedSec is really all about, there are going to be folks wanting to join up. A lot of people have been looking...
Well, you're still alive. I owe Sabine a tenner. Not only that, but your resistance handiwork just opened up a whole new source of information. So now I spy with my hypothetical eye something interesting at the Ministry of Civic Management.
What is it?
The Signals Intelligence Response Service, or SIRS, or the Earl Grey Gestapo, have developed a surveillance technology called AR Reconstruction. It's the bleeding edge of privacy rights violation, and thus it could be very useful in our attempt to find Zero Day.
Ah!
If you're feeling out of your depth or like you could use a breather, you can always call on your new teammates to step in. It's your call.
That's the advantage of working together instead of alone.
I'm here.
In theory, the AR reconstruction should allow me to use various sources of surveillance data to rebuild past events. Access a data relay, and I can scrape all the metadata for this area.
All units, proceed to alarm location.
If you're feeling out of your depth or like you could use a breather, you can always call on your new teammates to step in. It's your call.
That's the advantage of working together instead of alone.
That's it. Now, let's take this autocratic wet dream for a test drive.
CTOS AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
Fucking hell, we're living in Big Brother and no one even knows it.
You're right. We definitely need this extremely cool thing I want for investigating Zero Day. Shit, for some reason I can't clone it to our servers. All right, access the network here, and let's see if we can't find out where to nick one. Located the CTOS hub. Aha! The SIRS has deployed this technology at their HQ, and I've just nabbed their manual on how to set up the system. Now, Scarpa, you can't steal their toy if they throw you in the gulag. The demands of being a DedSec operative are all-consuming, so taking app gigs is a good way to make some extra quid that works around your new schedule. Lots of people will pay well to have their sensitive packages handled with care, and some will even pay you for deliveries. Ha ha!
So, we're stealing the AR reconstruction gadget. Tell me what to do.
The program is hosted on a server that's on the roof of SIRS HQ. All you have to do is grab the whole thing, then take it to a few high-density locations so I can recalibrate it to the DedSec network and clone my own version.
Are you just expecting me to strap the fucker to me back? The bleeding server's got away half a ton.
We need to find someone with access to a cargo or construction drone that can fly it off of there. Perfect opportunity to recruit a heavy lifter to the cause, I'd say.
Heavy lifter? Some kind of construction drone, right? Where could I find one?
Well, let's put our...
Forgive me for saying, but you look like the kind of lunatic who wants to change things.
You're DedSec, right? Got a situation you can help with.
We might be able to help. What's...
Clan Kelly will bleed our new friend dry if we don't do something. This particular construction site is a money laundering front for a Kelly chapter out of Camden Market. Any record of the debt would be stored there.
Grand.
The Bug. Objective voice.
Fucking hell, the Kellys have moved in here full time. There goes the bleeding neighbourhood. When did they get this organised?
You're looking for a terminal or some kind of device that Clan Kelly would have stored the debt records on. Don't have the right tool for the job? You can exchange your gadget for a different one that's better suited to the situation. You can erase all record of their debt, putting our new friend back into the black and, more importantly, out of Clan Kelly's reach.
Fantastic.
While the drones observing your every move might make you feel like you're living in a city-shaped prison, what's bad news for society is good news for DedSec. You can hack those nosy little buggers and use them to scour ahead.
Let's take this up a notch.
Transfer complete.
You're out from under Clan Kelly's heel. Wouldn't show my face if I was you, but that goes without saying.
What a relief. You know, despite what I've heard recently, you lot are real decent.
You know, DedSec's looking for fighters, and you seem to have some fight in you. How about letting it out?
Yeah, I'm ready to make a difference.
Building a resistance group requires operatives with specialized skills, technical abilities, firearms handling, and physical...
What's going on?
DedSec app installed. Your boring factory optic has been officially cracked, which means that your Bagley AI assistant has also been upgraded to the super intelligent, super useful, questionably ethical version. That's me, and you are a prospective DedSec recruit, a sweet supple summer fawn taking your first steps into the minefield that is London. Let's do our best to keep you alive, shall we? DedSec started as a hacker collective, but we evolved into a high-tech resistance that stands up for anyone who's tired of taking society's shit. Here's what we're up against today. We've got Clan Kelly, a criminal organization that uses the dark web to sell everything from pills to people. There's the crypto-fascists at SARS who use London's world-class surveillance infrastructure to keep you oppressed. And there's the regular fascists at Albion who use boots and guns and stuff to do the same thing. Still interested? Thought so. Now here's the rub. In order to push back against the corrupt power structure of the city, DedSec had to grow, but the larger it got, the more it became part of that power structure itself. So, short version, we had to find a way to keep ourselves accountable. Stupid version, who DedSec's the DedSec? That's why we decentralized DedSec into a series of small, independent cells. Our civilian contacts identify threats to their communities, and these independent cells are free to deal with those threats however they want. Though to be honest, it usually involves a lot of stun guns and hacking. It's up to you to build one of these cells from the ground up. But before we make this marriage official, we have to make sure you're up to fighting hordes of highly trained mercenaries and drones with flesh-melting missiles. Between you and me, we've burnt through a lot of well-meaning dog walkers. You got all that? Good. Operative registration confirmed. You've been activated. Right. Before you go around calling yourself a resistance cell, you're going to need at least one more person on your team.
Moving.
Plus, then if you die, I've got a spare.
Hang on. What?
Nothing. You're going to be using something called influence to recruit them. We'll explain what that is later. If you've got enough, we'll contact any person you target and convince them to join. Now, have a look around and choose your first recruit.
Attention. All activity in association with extremist groups is a punishable offence. Individuals inciting and promoting disorder are a threat to London security.
Have you considered being useful?
Yes.
Albion doesn't protect
this
London.
is marvellous.
Albion fucks London.
Oh, seriously? No.
Protect your
Someone's hurt.
citizens.
We need help.
Can I help?
Protect your citizens.
Okay.
Learn how to do your
excuse
job.
me.
No fucking pop wobbles.
Keep it up.
Are you always such an idiot?
You're right. I'll get help. Shit.
You fucking dog.
Now we're talking.
Fucking Albion scum. I know there's some people fucking guns out of London. Justice for everyone.
I'll get help.
Anymore. Anything. Yes. Have you considered being useful?
Bravo.
London belongs to the people.
Yeah.
You poncy fucking cunts. You don't need your protection.
Celebrity.
Now you task and shove it. Yes. Have you considered being useful?
Keep it up!
No, hold on.
Yeah, I guess.
Yes! Get out of our city, you violent
So I'm still here in London. The dog's bollocks have gotten so long.
Jesus, they've been knocked